So, Michael, I got the text that Michael had stopped breathing as I was shooting this wedding and getting people to smile, and I stopped for a minute, cried, came back in and started shooting again. And then I got another text that said, no, his heart is still beating. And then later got another text saying he's gone. So when I came back to the hospital to be with him after I finished the wedding, Maggie was there and Edelyn was there, and we sat with him for a couple of hours. And Edelyn told me how his breath had stopped. And she'd gone to find a nurse to let them know. And when she came back, Nanette had come. And now, understand, Nanette and Edelyn were two women that Michael always considered extremely beautiful and very attractive. And Nanette walked into the room, and Edelyn said, he just passed. And Nanette started crying. But she went over and looked at him, and she said, no, there's a pulse in his neck. And they realized he hadn't gone yet, that his heart kept beating for how long? Another 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Oh, 10 and 15 minutes. His heart continued to breathe after his breath stopped. And I decided, because he always thought Nanette was hot, that he just needed to hang around for another 15 minutes. Just to make sure he, let her have a goodbye as well. Michael has meant so much to me in so many ways. He's been my brother, uncle, husband, friend, opponent many times. But overall, I'm still in the shock of this, but I feel like our family's kind of missing a leg right now, and we're learning how to walk again. And I know we will, because he's still here with us. And he always will be. Thank you. That felt good. Does anybody want to say anything? John. This is John Cucci, whose letter I read earlier, because when I emailed him and said, John, would you say a few words? His response was, stage fright, Susie, no. But he's willing to come up now.
I'm not an actor, by the way. But Michael and me go back a long, long ways. He's my oldest friend. I wish I could sum Michael up in words, but it's very difficult. I can't. Like Richard said, Richard Service, he was very complex. I can say he was one of my oldest and best friends, and I miss him. And there's just too many memories for words. So I'm going to sum this up in some words from an old poet, 12th century. His name is Rumi. Not Christian or Jew or Muslim or Hindu, Buddhist, Sufi, or Zen, not any religion or cultural system. I'm not from the East or the West, out from the ocean or up from the ground, not natural or ethereal, not composed of elements in all. I do not exist. I'm not an entity in this world or the next. Did not descend from Adam or Eve or any origin story. My place is placeless, a trace of the traceless, neither body or soul. I belong to the beloved, have seen the two worlds as one, and that one I do know. First, last, outer, inner, only that breath-breathing human being. When I die, I shall soar with the angels. And when I die to the angels, what shall I become? You cannot imagine. God bless you, Mike.
I'm not an actor either, you know. And I'm not good in English, so I make my daughter to write it down, you know, whatever I'm thinking, you know. So I hope it's gonna come up the way I'm thinking, the way I feel it to say it.